Today we're going to be looking at some of Central Florida's nicest downtown areas. I'm talking about those cool little towns where you can walk around, have a great lunch, maybe buy some gifts, walk your dog, or see somebody else's dog, and just enjoy a great afternoon. Well, around those towns there are some wonderful historic homes. We're going to look at 3 of those towns today. We're going to talk about what you can expect real estate-wise, what's going on in the town, and just have a look at each one and what it has to offer. Let's dive right into those downtown areas. But before we begin, I do want to point out that I did film this during the pandemic, and so there aren't as many people out and about as you would normally expect to find. We're going to start off our tour with the city of Mount Dora. Beautiful Mount Dora is located 25 miles northwest of Orlando in Lake County. It's about a 40-minute drive from Mount Dora to Orlando. Mount Dora is known for its laid-back atmosphere. There are lots of restaurants lining the streets and lots of little cafes selling coffee and gelato, lots of gift shops, and estate jewelry and antiques seem to be quite prevalent there as well. Many of the restaurants have outdoor seating, and some of them have balconies that are somewhat reminiscent of New Orleans. Although certainly the crazy atmosphere of the French Quarter, well, you won't find that here. Mount Dora does have lots of arts and crafts festivals throughout the year and is home to Renneger's Flea Market, which is a huge flea market and antique center. In the downtown area, the main shopping street is called Donnelly Street, but there are lots of little side streets and alleyways that you definitely don't want to miss. The heart of this beautiful city is Lake Dora, where you can jump on a sunset cruise or enjoy a meal looking out over the lake. Mount Dora caters to a snowbird crowd, so that means our northern retiree friends flock down here in the winter, which is really the peak of the season for Mount Dora. There are a number of beautiful historic bed and breakfasts within walking distance of Mount Dora that you definitely want to check out if you want to make a weekend trip here. The downtown area is surrounded by gorgeous historic homes, and the current prices range from about $300,000 for a cottage all the way up to $1 million and more if you want to be really, really close to the downtown area or with a lake view. Many of them have been beautifully renovated. Now, these houses won't be in a homeowners association, but a lot of them are part of the historic district, and so I will drop a link below so you can check out and see which houses are in the historic district, and I will do this for each of the towns that I'm going to discuss today. Now let's talk about Sanford. Sanford, Florida is located in Seminole County, just north of Orlando, and is about a half-an-hour drive. Sanford is perennially known as up and coming, but let's take a look at it and see if maybe it's already made it. Sanford's downtown area is known for the beautiful fountain in Magnolia Square, the nearby clock, and some of this can be seen in the film My Girl. One thing that makes this small town unique is that the downtown area and much of the housing area around it is actually part of a golf cart zone, which means you can drive a little golf cart to get downtown if you don't want to walk. There are lots of fun regular activities going on in downtown Sanford, like food truck nights, the farmers market on Saturdays, and of course, Alive After 5, which is a festival that shuts down First Street one Thursday a month, although currently it is not taking place. Right now, Sanford is becoming known as a craft beer destination with lots of breweries opening up. Restaurants are also flourishing with lots of new and wonderful venues opening up all the time. Sanford is located on Lake Monroe, which is great for boaters and fishermen alike. There's a large marina where you can live on board a houseboat if you prefer. Lake Monroe is part of the St. Johns, and so if you jump on the water from Sanford into Lake Monroe, you can take the St. Johns all the way up to Jacksonville where it meets up with the Intercoastal. And here's an insider tip. If you find yourself coming to Sanford and Lake Monroe by boat, there are free municipal parking slips where you can park your boat and get out and enjoy the town. Along the lake, there are miles of smooth walking, jogging, or biking trails, which will take you from the downtown area eventually all the way to the Central Florida Zoo. Home prices are going to be somewhat more modest in Sanford than they were in Mount Dora, so you can start off with a small cottage for about $250, and that'll go all the way up to $500,000, maybe a little bit more if it's a really, really special home. Many of the houses are in a historic district, which is also protected by a historic preservation board. So although it's not an HOA, you do have to get permission in order to modify the outside of the house. You have to have a certificate of appropriateness. And once again, I will drop a link below so you can see where the historic district starts and stops in Sanford. Now let's turn our attention to Central Florida's Winter Park. Winter Park is located just a little bit outside of Orlando. It's located in Orange County. The main shopping street is called Park Avenue. Park Avenue is full of upscale boutiques with everything from fine French dining to Lilly Pulitzer to Pottery Barn. You can easily spend a lot of time there and a lot of money. It's an amazing place to have a fantastic dinner, go for a long walk, just people watch, shop. Whatever you like to do, you can find it there. Of course, after your great dinner and your long walk, you'll want to grab dessert. My personal favorite is Kilwin's. They serve everything from ice cream to interesting sweet concoctions that they've come up with, and of course, fudge. Now, all the towns that we've looked at today have been very, very dog friendly, but Winter Park really takes the cake. I don't think I saw a single store that didn't have a box of dog treats and fresh water for your pet friend that you may bring with you. Now, both Winter Park and Sanford are accessible by the Sunrail, which is the commuter train that sort of runs north to south, starting in Volusia County and taking you down to the end of Orange County. Winter Park's train station is right downtown, so it's just an easy walk to get to the downtown stores right from the Sunrail. It takes you straight to the farmers market too, so on Saturdays if you want to hit the farmers market, you don't even need to worry about looking for parking, which can be a little difficult. Now, of course, this luxury comes at a price. The real estate around Park Avenue starts at about $1 million, and at the present moment goes all the way up to about $6 million. There are some condos that are a little bit less expensive that you might be able to find for $500,000 or slightly less, but they're going to be much, much smaller. But just in general, if you're looking for a more upscale atmosphere, Winter Park is definitely the place you want to check out. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my brief tour of 3 downtown areas. These are great spots if you like a more sort of European atmosphere where you can definitely walk around, take a stroll, go from place to place, have a drink here, dessert there. If that's the atmosphere that you want, you might want to consider these 3 towns. There are more, and I will be making more videos about them as time goes by. Please feel free to reach out to me. Again, here's my contact information. My team and I love to hear from you, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And I'll drop a link below to the houses that are for sale in these 3 towns that are just a couple miles outside of these historic districts and downtown areas that we've been talking about. So thanks again for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.